Welcome to my craft room. Got a new baby card, another gender reveal card. Love doing baby cards, and I came across this baby elephant on the moon, and I just thought it was so cute. So I paired it up with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And these are little, but they're mighty. And you get this big pop-up, how we wonder what you are. There you go. But first, before we go make it, I need you to go down in the description and click on the Cricut link there. I made this a public file, and it will put the base of this card onto your canvas, and you'll be ready to go. So you do that, and then let's go make it. We're here on the canvas. I asked you to go down in the description and click on the link. So Cricut should have put this on your canvas. If you have not done that, then go down in my description, click on the Cricut link, and Cricut will put this onto your canvas and you'll be ready to go. So first, here's your envelope. This can be cut out of a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper if you'd like. I'm going to move it out here out of our way. This is what we normally use to make these, but we are not using these, so we can delete them, and same with this guy. There we go. So these three guys, let's go ahead and change their color. Okay. And they are, you're going to drag your finger or your mouse and grab all three of them. And it doesn't matter which purple we pick. Let's just pick this one. Okay, there's those. Of course, the base is going to stay gray, but this one is also going to change into that purple color. But if it has a score mark or a pen mark on it, you cannot change it in edit. You have to go over here to layers. We're going to highlight just the square, not the score marks, and make it purple too. There you go. That's all we need to do here. Okay, so now let's go get some images. I'm going to click down here on images. So here we are at images. If you have never searched by a code number, let me show you how to do that. You're going to go up here to the search box. You see all these code numbers. They all start with capital M. And the little elephant on the moon that's up and the front is M3AF5829A. You can see that I've made you a list of all your different images. You're going to click on it. It's going to go down here by add. Get all of those done and then hit add, and then they'll go on your canvas, and I will meet you over there and we'll get everything ready to cut. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward from now and let you get your images onto the canvas. Okay, now we've got all of our images onto the canvas. Let's get them kind of moved out of the way so we can see what we're doing. Okay, first, we're going to do sizes first. This is going to be the easiest way for us to do it. This little guy, you're going to go into height right here. After you hit edit, it's under edit, and then height. It's going to be 2.8. There he is. And I'm going to move these up here as we're doing it because it's just easier. We're going to change the color on this one real quick just because so we can pay attention to what we're doing here. It's going to be the light yellow. Let's go ahead and change the size. And we're going to change both the height and the width. So you're going to unlock this button in between width and height. And it's going to be 3.5 wide, 0.6 high. So 0.6. There we go. Now we're going to do an offset. We want a black outline to match the black outline on the moon elephant guy. So you're going to stay in edit. You're going to hit this offset, and that is way too big. So we just want a very, very small outline on this. So you're going to keep moving your thing down. That's 0.06. That's probably just about right. And then you're going to hit done. And then this is a dark, all these offsets come out as a dark gray, and we want it this dark black. Okay, there's that. Oh, you know what I did? Forgot to group it together. I'll move these as we're doing them, just to give you an idea. And when this happens, I'm going to go to arrange. I'm going to send that purple square completely to the back so we can kind of see what we're doing, okay? We'll do the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star here in just a minute. We are going to do this little guy. He is on the inside, on the bottom. Number 1, he's backwards. So go into edit, go way over here to horizontal and hit it. And now he's the bright, facing the right way. And then we're going to go into layers and find him and change his ears and all of this to the light blue instead of the light pink. And that way we've got a pink and a blue. Okay, and then his size is 1.5 wide. Back to edit, width 1.5. But I'm sure that will happen to you sometime too. Okay, there's that little guy. And his moon is going to be 2 inches wide. There we go. And we're going to change all the colors here in just a minute. I just had this guy sitting on the moon like this. So I didn't use the star part. I only used the moon part. Now, this right here. Okay, do you see these little stars right here around the elephant guy? And they've got a black that border. That's the reason that I picked this one. Okay, so first on this one, we're going to need to change our colors. We're going to go into layers since it has more than one layer. Let's find it because these are all going to be the same. We're going to change this to the yellow. The light yellow. There we go. And we're going to change this to black. Just like that. There we go. Now that one matches all the others. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get our stars done because then all we have left is the writing and the pop-up. Okay. So first we're going to make this one 0.5 wide. Okay. Now I'm going to make it bigger so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, and I am going to go into actions and duplicate. Of all of these sides, just ignore this guy up here. We're working on this guy, and we have 9 of those. Can you believe that? So let me show you the easy way to do this. You're going to duplicate 1, 2, 3. Then you can grab all of them, duplicate again. That gives you 8. One more. There we go. There's your 9. Some of them are hidden back behind, but there are 9 here. Okay, there's that one. And then the medium-sized ones are going to be 0.4. So we're going to go back to edit. We're going to go right here. We're going to make it 0.4. Okay. And first, before we duplicate it for anything else, we've got to duplicate it one more time to make a different size. And on here, you're only going to have 5 of these. I'm sorry. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these are our little bitty guys. And they're going to be 0.3. So back to edit, 0.3. There you go. And we're going to have 5 of these guys. Okay, so back to actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now all your stars are done. Okay. I'm going to move them up here out of our way. I'll tell you what, I'll put it right there since that's where they're going. Take off layers. We are going to have to use a little bit of surgery here. And when something is all one color, they don't let you ungroup it. See how it's all gray down here at the bottom? So first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of all these stars and stuff that are on either side of this. So I'm going to show you how to slice. So first you're going to go down here to shapes. Let's grab a square. Okay. Let's make it bigger. Okay. Now, yeah, I think it's going to be easier for us. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make this actually a lot smaller. It's going to be easier for us to get rid of all this stuff, all these stars, if we just kind of do it and just chip away at it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your square. It doesn't matter as long as you're, it's covering quite a bit. Then you're going to drag your finger or your mouse across both. Grab both of them, and then you're going to hit this slice right down here in the middle. Okay. And that slices all of these out of our way. Now, we need an empty corner. I was hoping I could do it like this and get them all in, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So, I'm going to turn it back. Regular square. Okay, I'm going to go like that right at the end of the two E's on the Twinkle. Do you see that? And then we're going to slice again. Whoops. Here, we might as well just delete these. Okay. Then we're going to slice again. Get rid of these guys. And as you can see, we've got one more set right here. Let me turn it a little bit more. There we go. Just like that. And slice that away. There you go. You got all the stars gone on that side. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing. Let's get us a clean square. Shapes, square. Make it bigger. Now, here, we're going to have to move this out of our way. Okay, I think I can get these 4 right there. Drag your finger, hit slice. Get these out of our way. I don't know. I might can do this with just the one square. Let's see what happens here. Let me get rid of these. They're in my way. There we go. No, I'm going to have to use 2. I'm going to get these 2 bigger ones. Slice. And then I need one more clean side. Right over those. You got it? Okay, we're going to... can't do those. You can only slice with one image and one image. Not one layer. One layer and one layer. So now we've got this and this. These are both out of here and this is out of here. Now, look, we don't have any stars left. I know this is a bit much, but I think it really helps how it turns out. We're going to do this one more time. Grab another square. Make it bigger than here. And we are going to split these 2 in half. See, we just want the twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, so you're going to slide your finger. You're going to slice this away again. This and this we don't need. Let's delete it. And now we've got them separate. Okay, so first on this, we need... Now, at first, I had it where you were going to cut out each one of these little letters and glue them. And then I was like, because that's what we're going to have to do with this part. But this part is so small and it would just take forever. So I decided I was going to show you one more slice trick and you will love me for it. Okay, first we're going to go into edit and we're going to hit offset. Okay, see now that's way too little because it's still on the setting that we had before. That's a little too big. Okay, 0.38 gets rid of it. So there you go. We are done. Now you're going to take this, split this off, and we're going to turn this yellow, the light yellow that we're using. And now we need to duplicate it, just like that. We're going to turn this one gray. This is just so we can keep our track, this light gray. We got to keep track of what we're doing here. Okay, we need to get this to go to the back where we can see what we're doing. Send it back. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to cut these letters out of this so you do not have to glue every single little tiny letter. Now, watch those purple lines. You see when it gets to be the cross, that means you're right in the middle. Okay, so we've got it done, and then we're going to click both of those, and we're going to hit slice one more time. Okay, so let's get both of these out. The middle of the A and star, and the little tiny middles in the E's. Add after you add these two together, but they are going to click in exactly the same size, one on top of each other, and boom, look at that. Now you have your letters without having to glue them individually. I remember when somebody taught me how to do that, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. I would rather glue a few insides in than anything else. So now we also need a black border. So we're going to go back to edit, back to offset, and that's a little too big. So we're going to go back down to where we had the smaller one. Hit done. We don't want it the dark gray. We want it the super black. So there you go. You've got it without having to glue every single one of those little letters. Okay, first you have to group it. Okay, then we are going to change it to 2 inches wide. Just like that. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see what we're doing here. Now, when you're doing this little tiny delicate stuff, the best thing to set your Cricut on is cardstock for intricate cuts with more pressure instead of the default that they have. So there you go. The only thing we have left to do is your pop-up. And for that, we need this. Now, if you are giving this card to whoever you're giving it to from just you, then keep the I, But I'm going to change it to we. Now, we've got to change that I to we. If you are leaving it as an I, skip all this part and then pick us up back again when we start doing the offset. We need to split this again. Oh, this is a lot of trouble, but it turns out so cute. Okay, so I need this bigger. So let's do a 5-inch. I just need it big enough to split these two lines. The bottom line is going to stay exactly where it's at. And slice. Delete. Delete. There we go. Now this guy's going to stay the same. The only thing we need to do with this guy is to change the I to we. So first, let's make we. I want this shape instead. This is going to be a lot easier. Okay, just because it's circled on one end. Okay, so let's make this bigger. Okay, what I want is to grab an E and a W. 7.5. Let's see if that'll work. There you go, right there. Look at that. You're going to cover the E. We're going to slice it. Okay, there we go. We're going to put the E back where it goes. Okay, now we're going to do another one of those shapes. Let's do one. There we go. Now, we just need to grab a W. Okay, we don't need either of these anymore, so we can delete. Okay, now we need to take out the I, but you're going to have to group the How I Wonder together first before you can do that. Okay, so now we've got our we. We're going to change all these colors here in just a minute. I've got one more thing to do because we need to we need to split these two too because we've got to change the thing. So, square. Sorry about that. A little bit bigger. There we go. Now we're going to slide our finger. We're going to slice one more time. There we go. Now, let me move these out of the way. I'm going to put the Wonder back together. There we go. Group that. Okay, so this is out. This is out. Okay, see, now we can move all this how we need to move it. I know that it's a little bit much, but hey, you are going to be an expert slicer here in a little bit. Now, we want to make sure we have enough room in between our words. About right there. Then you're going to put this underneath. Okay, what we need to do is find the middle. We're going to, okay, there it is right there. Okay, so we're going to group all this back together. We are going to change its color to the light yellow. There we go. Look at that. Okay, there you go. Now we need to add our stars. We need 2 of these. One is going to be the blue. One is going to be the pink. Okay. And then we need 2 of each. So the pink, the blue. Okay, let's get these exactly where they're going. Okay, first I'm going to make this come up front. Bring to front. That way I don't have to worry as much. Let's put this about right. We're going to turn it a little bit, just like that. We're going to leave this one straight. About right there. And when you do this, what you are, it may or may not hit these stars. We're just going to have to see what happens once we get them all. Now, if you watch those purple lines, it will show you when you're exactly horizontal. Whoops. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong thing. Now we've got this one. There we go. Just like that. You're gonna grab all of those. You're gonna group them together, and then you're gonna go into edit, and you're gonna hit offset again. Okay, and that's a little big. Let's keep going. I'm gonna pull it down just a little bit more. There you go. How's that? Okay, that is good. Done. Only this is going to be our light gray. There we go, just like that. Now, this needs to be 10 inches wide. We're going to group these, okay, and then we're going to change this to 10 inches wide. There you go. You got 10 inches wide and 10 inches long and 3 inches, well, 10 inches wide and 3 inches high, so that is perfect. Okay, now we only have to do one more thing. Okay, and then we'll check on the sink and make sure that we've got all of our colors the right way. Okay, so first we need to ungroup this again. I need just the gray square. And you're going to need to fold this into fourths. And let me show you my easiest way for me to let you score this. You want to put it all the way, you want to make sure it's at 0, 0, and you want to put it all the way up in this top corner. Okay, then you're going to go into shapes and you're going to hit line. And you can see that that's already a score line because it's a dotted line. Okay, and we're going to need 3 of those. So we're going to duplicate. Okay, and one's going to be about right here, and one's going to be over here. So now, let's get these put in the right spot. You are going to make this bigger. This one is going to be at 2.5. Now, I'm not worried about my score line being longer than my cut line because it scores first. So it can easily be bigger. Okay, there's that one. Okay. This one is going to be exactly on the 5. Right there. And this one is going to be on the 7.5. Right there. Okay, now you've got all your score lines on there. You're gonna drag your finger or your mouse across, grab all of those, and down here you're gonna hit attach. That is going to tell Cricut to put score marks right there. And that looks just about right. So let's go ahead and group these again, just so you can see what we're doing here. And that's it. Now, the only other thing, and I know this is taking a long time, the only other thing we need to do is check our colors. We've got black. Uh-oh, look, these aren't the same black. So let's make sure they're all the same black. We only have to do one matte. So you're going to hold down the 3 lines and you're just going to drag them up into this other black that we're using. Okay. I am all about cutting the least amount of mattes. Okay, so there's all of our black, blue, purple, gray. I'm going to have all the grays be the same. Okay, we want this moon to be the same as the other yellows. Okay, so we've got yellow, pink, gray, purple, blue, black, and then the white. So you are ready to go. Go ahead and get all of these cut out, and then go ahead and glue this guy together, this guy together, this together, and this guy together, and all of your little stars. If you will do that for me, us putting it together is going to go quick and easy. So do that, and I will meet you over at the craft table, and we'll get it put together. Here we are at the craft table. As you can see, it's well used. And we have a thunderstorm going on here, so hopefully we won't get interrupted by either the lights going out or really loud thunder. So, thank you for putting a bunch of this stuff together already for me. My first tip is I put everything on paper plates to keep it all organized. I use art glitter glue. I get the big refill and the little thing with this little tip, and a little bit goes a very long way. Envelope. The nice thing about the envelope for this is that you can cut it out of an 8.5 by 10 sheet of copy paper that you probably already have. So first, let's do the cover first. Okay, so you're going to need one of your purple squares. They're all the same size, so. And hopefully you enjoyed doing this instead of gluing on every single one of these little tiny letters. So there is our layout right there. We'll add a few little stars here in just a second. First, let's go ahead and put this guy down. He's about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch up. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but that was a nice little thing of thunder right there. So let's go ahead and get this guy on. None of this is exact. You know, some of this that you can change around if it fits your aesthetic. That's totally your decision. But I just thought the little elephant was just the cutest thing ever. Okay, there's those two. Let's get the little elephant guy. Don't forget to put some glue right here on this little star. We want to make sure that it doesn't get bent when it's put into the envelope. Okay, now he kind of is almost horizontal. I'm going to bring him down just a little bit and over to the left, just like that. Look how cute he is. Then you have some of these smaller stars that will go that actually came with the moon, and then of course we added a couple of extra. So you have a medium here, a really small here, and it doesn't matter, we're going to add some more. So the good thing about this glue that I have, it dries clear, so if you're a little bit off, you know, it's not that big of a deal. There we go. I'm going to put a medium up here. Well, I'll probably put another big up here and the medium right here. Let's do this one here. I'm going to turn him, well, let's turn him the other way there, just like that. A small or medium, it doesn't matter. It all depends on what you want. And then we're going to put 2 stars right here. One is going to go right here, and you're going to have to kind of lay in the glue because All of these things have 2 or 3 layers on them. And you're going to need a little bit extra glue probably. There we go, just like that. Okay, and another large. We're going to put it right here. Okay, so I'm going to lay up a bunch of glue real quick. That one's going this way, so let's have this one go this way. Just like that. There you go. Your cover is done. We are going to set it aside and let it dry. We are not going to glue this onto the card yet. Why? Because if we mess up the inside, then we'd have to remake this whole thing. So my deal is I do the hardest parts first, and so we'll end up doing this last. Okay, so let's set it aside. Now let's get the base of our card done. Here's your 4 pieces. You've got 2 more of your purple squares. You've got a purple rectangle with score lines in it. And then here's the base of your card. I kind of wanted to match it to the elephant. And both of these are going to go in on either side. And these are going to be about a 1/4 inch all the way around, which is the same as what the cover is going to be once we glue it on at the very end. Right now, we're just getting the inside done. So like I said, they're going to be about a 1/4 inch all the way around. There we go, just like that. And let's get this other one in. Since you guys were nice enough to glue a bunch of this stuff, it is going to go not only go faster, but it's going to be a lot easier for you. I know it was kind of time consuming on the canvas, but I promise you it's worth it. There we go, just like that. Now, let's get our support for our pop-up done. Okay, first we're going to do these diagonal. I find it easier for me to stick my fingernails into the score line and get it started. So you're just going to fold the first diagonal like that. And then we're going to do the other one. Okay. Get it going. I just have a stylus, so mine don't score as well as they should. Now we're going to bend them back the other way, just because it's easier to do it coming towards you. Now, this long one across, we're going to do that in half facing in. Okay, just like that. There you go. Now, once you get that all done, do you see how you've got your 2 triangles and then these sides are bending in? That's exactly what you want. You're going to put your fingers on either side and just keep folding, and it's going to turn into a house, like a house shape, right? Just like that. There you go. Look at that. Look what a great job you did. This is going to glue right into here, right into this fold, you know, as tight in there as you can get it. Okay. So we are only going to glue this triangle. I'm going to have to get it a little bit closer to me just so I can see what I'm doing, because I've got the camera up above. I'm trying not to get my head into your video shot. Okay, we're just going to glue this triangle. And you want to, this is your base for your mechanics. So you want to make sure you get it all the way to the edge and go ahead and cover it pretty good, because this is what your pop-up's going to sit on. Okay, just like that. Make sure it's still down in your house position. I'm going to go ahead and fold mine up so I know where to stop. Well, trying to get it in there. And then you're going to line it up with your fold. Make sure that you've got it in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact. And then you're going to close your card to make sure that it's all going to fit in there. Okay? Because your card in the end has to be able to fold to go into your envelope. So there you go. You got half. Now we're going to do the other side. Okay? So same thing, just the triangle part. There we go. Give it some good sturdy foundation for it to sit on. And this time, all you're going to do is close it. Super, super easy. Okay. There. Now, you've got... somehow I got some more glue on mine and made a mess here. Hold on. There we go. Now, see, look. I got a bunch of glue here for some reason. I'll fix that here in just a minute. So there you go. Now, we're going to sit that and let it be drying before we put the pop-up on there. Okay, so set that aside. Okay, now here is our pop-up. So first, we're going to do the first score line down and both of these side ones up. Okay, make sure that you have the star part at the top. Okay, there we go, just like that. Okay, then we're gonna make it back down flat. There we go. So first, we're gonna put our stars on there. And look, I've got mine pulled up here on my canvas, just so we can look, because we're gonna have to figure out where our yellow letters go. So first, your pink ones go first, or your blue ones go first. It just depends on which one you want. They're going to go in about right there. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue those in. And they're going to follow this contour here, that we did for the offset. And like that. Let's do this one too. So when I had my babies, they are both grown in their 20s now. We didn't have gender reveals. So I think they're fun. So I thought maybe somebody could use some pictures. I mean, some cards to go with it. Okay, this one's almost straight up. Where's my thing? Yeah, this one's almost straight up. It's going to fit right down into this curve right here. There we go. And it doesn't have to be exact. And this one's pretty straight too. Yeah. About right there. Close enough. Again, don't have to be exact. Okay, now, whenever I do words and do individual letters, I try not to. That's why I had you do the twinkle, twinkle in the front. But on this one, we're not going to have a choice. Okay, so now we're going to start on our letters. And this is the reason that I pulled this up, because I wanted to show you. Okay, we're going to start right here at the middle fold. It's going to be easier. We're going to start in the middle and work our way out on both lines. So let's start that first. We need a W for the top and an O for the bottom. Okay, so now that we can see that, let's put the W. It's just going to barely go right over that. And we need to bring it down just a little bit. Pretty much right there. You see where the fold is? Let's go ahead and glue this guy in. And we will check the fold here in a minute. Let's see. Those are about 1/4 inch. So are these. So we're going to put it about right there. Okay, and then our O, there it is. So I was going to say, oh no, where'd my O go? Okay, and the O is going to overlap just a little bit too. So right after we glue these, we are going to bend it and make sure. Okay, this shows that you just barely see a little bit of the fold through the O. Okay, there, now, see? Now, you can leave these to pop up. It doesn't matter. If you want it to fold over the fold, just do it with your finger, like that. Just depends on what you like. Okay, there's those. Now that I've got these first done for you, I'm going to fast forward to the rest of this, because you don't need to watch me glue every single letter on there. So go ahead and get all of your letters put on there, and we'll go from there. You're only going to have a couple of more letters that hit the folds. Just as soon as you glue them on, just make sure you fold it so it'll fold right with the glue. There you go. There is your pop-up. So let's go ahead and hook it into your card. Okay. I'm not worried about my glue here quite yet because this is going to cover up some of it. Now, the reason I made the support purple was to match the background and because you are going to see some of it here. Now, your middle score is going to go right in the middle of your card. I want this up far enough that these two tops are covering up that square up there. I like that right there. Now, make sure I've got it in the middle. Okay, once you have it all done how you want, now you're going to flip this one square back and you're going to glue right here on this square right here. I'm not sure how much is going to stick up over here. I know that this corner is going to cover. So I'm going to leave all that without any glue just because I'm not exactly sure what's going to show and what isn't. Okay. And then all you got to do is just push it down. Okay. So now we're going to do the exact same thing over here, except we're only doing the bottom. Okay, so you see kind of where this stops. So we're only going to do this square right here. So I'm going to go straight out from here. There we go. And inside the fold right there. My glue's decided it doesn't like coming out anymore. And then we're just going to smush it down. If you get a little bit of glue on there, it's not a big deal if some of it shows. We'll fix that here in just a second. Now, let's let that dry for a second. And then let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, this is a personal thing. It just depends on whether this bugs you or not. Okay, I don't mind the top purple. I do not like these big things sticking out right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel it back from this just a little tiny bit, just so I can get up underneath it. Then I'm going to start right here at this fold. And then I'm just going to go up like this. It's going to be hidden. Nobody's going to see where you cut it because, of course, it's inside the card. Just like that. See? Okay, then we'll do it over here too. I'm going to start right here at the fold. Do you see that? And then I'm going to go straight up like this. There we go. Up. Hold on. I pulled it up from the glue real quick. I'm going to glue my triangle back down real fast, okay? There we go. You got to be careful. And we'll fix that here in a minute. So, now we got to make sure that it closes. Okay, make sure that it's dry first before you try this. There we go. Then once you get this part done, then what we're going to do, if yours is dry enough, we're going to close it and open it a bunch of times so the paper can get used to moving how it's supposed to move. Okay, see? Now look at that. You've already got your pop-up. You are doing a great job. Okay, let's do this little guy. I told you on the canvas that I probably wouldn't use his star because all the other ones have a black outline. I just thought he would be cute sitting right here on the moon, right? Since he's laying on the moon in the first one. And I just kind of wanted a little bit background suggestive thing. So you'd still have plenty of room to sign. Okay. So here's your little guy. And we're going to sit him. Hold on, make sure you can see this. And we're going to sit him right here on the moon. Just like that. So you still have tons of places to sign. And then we will put his little heart right here. You can add that or not. That's totally up to you. So we've got one blue elephant and one pink elephant. How are we doing? Look, we're still doing good. Look at that. We're doing good. Now, all we need to do is fill in our stars. Okay. So it just, it's going to be your personal choice. I didn't put a whole lot around the this little guy on the moon, basically because I want you to have a spot for you to sign. So I kind of did a large, a medium, and a small right here. Okay, hold on. And let me get one of the smalls in there. Kind of like that. Okay. Just to kind of, blend them in with the rest of everything. So I'm going to put this one about right there. This one here. And this one right here. There we go. Just like that. Look at that. You are so close to being done. Look what a great job you're doing. Okay, now we're going to do a bunch up here. I always suggest to start with the biggest first. It's easier to fill in with the little ones. Okay, so let's do one here. And this is just putting them wherever you feel like putting them. Okay, now I'm going to fast forward through this. You don't need to watch me glue all these stars on. You put them wherever you'd like. But let me tell you now before we put the cover on, leave this open either overnight for a few hours and make sure all of the glue dries. You do not want to glue it together or glue it to the inside of the envelope. Okay, so look at that. Look how cute that is. And you're already done with the inside. All we have left to do is glue the outside. So let's get this guy folded in. Again, he's got to get used to it. Okay, and then once you get everything in there and dry, I want you to do that open and close a bunch. So let's go ahead and put our cover on. Just like this. I make sure I get the corners and the very edges really good because you don't want them popping up. And I always forget the corners, and then I end up having to go back. So this time, hopefully I won't. Okay, so now, again, just like the inside, it's going to be about 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, I like the purple and the yellow and the gray all together. I just think it looks sharp. There we go. And look what you did. Look. You did a great job. Look what you made. And look how cute it turned out. You did a great job. I am really proud of you.